Where, oh, where is Governor Gavin Newsom, and why has he disappeared from the public's eyes? Well, I'll tell you what, after looking into it, doing some research, and seeing what he was injected with on October 27th, I'm going to go ahead and say I agree with most skeptics that he's suffering a little bit of adverse reactions to those little booster shots he's been trying to shove down our throats, and our children's throats, basically, now here in the wonderful communist state of California. And let's take a look at this. I've been researching this up, looking it up, and they're saying, hey, he's been missing since October 27th. What happened to October 27th? Well, good old Gavin Newsom, this crazy sociopath right here, decided that he was going to get hooked up with a little jab. Good old Moderna booster, because, you know, he's got to keep pushing all that nonsense. Besides just trying to make us believe that he actually goes around and helps pick up trash and helps make California better. Newsflash, he does not. Anyways, so he was seen on October 27th getting a Moderna booster shot, according to California News Times. Why? We know he got it because this little picture right here, and it says because he got it. He first received the Johnson & Johnson shot, which if I remember correctly is a single jab. So then he had to go into the Moderna booster because, newsflash, these things are not a vaccination. They do not make you immune. They only give you, they increase your ability to fight off COVID-19 by telling your cells to replicate a spike protein that those cells would normally absorb. Yeah, that's basically it right there. All one swing. That's an mRNA shot, folks. It is not a traditional vaccine. Tried and true vaccines. And I personally have gotten dozens of vaccinations my time in the Marine Corps, and they work. I am not an anti-vaxxer. I thoroughly believe in it, but I also thoroughly believe that if you are going to get injected with something to fight off something, it should give you immunization against that unspecified virus from a place definitely not called China. Anywho's, so as you can see, homeboy here, Gavin Newsom is flexing because, hey, you know, after he's turned off California over and over again like a kid flipping a switch off and on and killing off all the gyms, don't worry, Gavin, I understand. We all are a little flabby. That's mostly because you keep shutting gyms off and down, over and over again. Excuse me. So he was seen there. He flexed. He has a little bit of pain, and then he disappeared. He just went poof, gone. There he is, getting the jab right there. Good old-fashioned PR stunt because, you know, you really need to push this kind of stuff for a super, super, super deadly virus with all that PR, all that propaganda. You really need to push it because if it was really that terrible, people would be lining up to do it. Kind of like smallpox, you know? Crazy concept. Anywho's, so he laid claim that he had to cancel this super, super important United Nations Climate Change Global Conference, COP26, because he had to go do Halloween with his kids. Newsflash, anybody who knows politicians, especially career politicians, their kids are a prop, okay? These people, all more often than not, I'm going to give it to you down and dirty, they're such massive sociopaths, they don't care about their children, okay? The children are props, media props to use. So him saying, oh, I had to go for Halloween with my kids. No, you didn't. No, you did not. You were having an adverse reaction. I believe he has an adverse reaction. Yeah, that's my opinion, and I backed it up with some information. So he's been mostly accused of having Bell's palsy. Now, what is Bell's palsy? I'll read it right here for you. Bell's palsy is a condition that causes temporary weakness or paralysis of the muscles in the face. It causes paralysis on one side of the face, drooping face, headache, loss of taste, increased sensitivity to sound, dry eye, and dry mouth. Guess what? Boop, right here. According to Snopes, no, he isn't missing. He's still around somewhere. He's just, he canceled his global climate conference, climate change conference because, he had to go Halloween with his kids. And he also happened to just cancel his Zoom meeting too. Hey, you know what would happen if you had Bell's palsy? What you would have to do? Stop being seen talking in public because your face doesn't work together. Okay, so there he is right here. Look, that's the evidence they provided. Let me click on that for you. Maybe I can zoom in a little better. I can't believe I clicked on Twitter. That's him. That's him right there, folks. Look, way back there, all blurry. That's him right there. You know what I would do if I was trying to come up with some BS proof that I actually wasn't hidden away? I definitely would show a super blurry picture of myself with a face mask over so people can't see I'm all affected. Yep, that's what I would do. Let me get out of this nasty Twitter zone. I don't like it. And how do I know it's all jacked up? Let's go to my research here. Okay. Boom. Right here. This is, as you can see, CDC. Let me skim up front. There it is. CDC. There you go. Fact checkers. You can look at it right there. Let's go back down. What is the adverse effects of the Moderna vaccine/booster? Right here. One case, reported at least, of Bell's palsy in the vaccine group was considered a serious adverse event. Bell's palsy. What is that again? Drooping face. Can't talk very well to a global climate summit, climate change global conference summit if you can't talk. Definitely can't show up also for the Zoom meeting. But hey, I'm sure it's because the kids want to do Halloween. Newsflash, as a father, Halloween happens at night with the kids. True story. Okay, so there we go. And how do I know that the booster shots and the vaccines are one and the same? It says right here. Boom. Fox News. Right there. Are COVID-19 boosters the same as the original vaccines? Yes, COVID-19 boosters use the same recipe as the original shots, despite the emergence of the more contagious Delta variant, so on and so forth. So guess what would be one of the adverse effects of him getting the Moderna booster? Bell's palsy. You have to then disappear. That means you can't go talking. You can't be seen in public. You got to go hide way back here. So, yeah. Once again, we have politicians, sociopathic types, pushing all this stuff, forcing us to follow the rules that they themselves don't want to follow, or when they do follow it, they want to hide the negative effects it impacts upon them because then they don't have a leg to stand on. Instead of just being, hey, maybe I should stop being a crazy psychopath for once in my life and not try to force these things on these people that I'm supposed to be representing as a governor. But let's be honest, they don't represent us. They only represent their own self-interests. I'm instead going to pull a bunch of BS. Tell all my buddies at Snopes to send like this super blurry picture right here. Have my wife put some Twitter things saying, how dare you guys talk about this? A wife, by the way, that already cheated on her husband to go mess around with Gavin because Gavin was the governor. Cheating wife. How really trustworthy is she in fact? Not at all. Okay, that's my job. That's what I came up with. That's what I found. That's what I believe is going on. Good old Gavin Newsom right here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We will see you guys again later.